Hi everyone. Today we are going to perform a case study. This case study is based on the topic that whether the tap water is having more chloride impurity or the purified water, that is distilled water, is having more chloride impurity. And we are going to do this experiment with the help of limit test for chloride. And this limit test for chloride, as I mentioned in the previous videos, limit test for chloride is performed by using two Nessler cylinders. One has to be labeled as test and another has to be labeled as standard. And in both the Nessler cylinders, we are going to add dilute nitric acid, sample in test solution and standard in standard solution, and then silver nitrate solution. And then we are going to the make up to 50 ml with water. So at the end of the test, we are going to measure the curdy white precipitate by comparing it with the standard solution. So here the silver nitrate is used to form a precipitate with the chloride as silver chloride, and dilute nitric acid is used to maintain the precipitate at a uniform level, and it will also prevent the solubility of silver chloride precipitates. So I have divided the students into two groups. One group will perform the limit test using tap water, and another one is going to perform the limit test using purified water or distilled water. So let's begin the experiment. We are going to perform limit test for chloride. We are distilled water. That For distilled water, the test solution is less turbidity than standard solution, so it passes the test. But in tap water, for the tap water, test solution high turbidity, then standard solution, so it failed the test. They have performed the limit test for chloride by using tap water as well as distilled water. This is the standard solution, and this one is tap water, and this one is distilled water. So by comparing both the solutions to the standard solution, we can visibly observe that the tap water fails the limit test for chloride, but the distilled water passes the limit test for chloride. So these two test solutions are having different amount of turbidity. So it clearly indicates that tap water is having more chloride impurity than distilled water. As you can see, the tap water is having more chloride impurity than the purified water or distilled water. So it clearly indicates that tap water is having more chloride impurity, because in normally in municipalities they will be using chlorinated lime to purify the tap water, because they want to eradicate and they want to disinfect the tap water to prevent the spreading of infectious microorganisms. That is the possibility of having when the water is flowing from one area to another area. So the most suitable option is to use chlorinated lime. So though it have its disadvantages, there are some advantages too, because it eradicates the presence of infectious microorganisms. But can we consume the tap water as such for drinking? No, we cannot consume that tap water as such, because the tap water that has its chlorine impurities will give some odd taste, that is some unpleasant taste to the water, and it gives some unpleasant odor also. And in health wise, they may cause some stomach discomfort. And in some cases, as chlorine is used to eradicate the microorganisms, sometimes it may destroy the good microbacteria that is present in our gut also. And in some cases, it may induce some colorectal cancer and colon cancer. So it is always the safest option is to consume purified water, and tap water is having chloride impurities, but other than that, it has also some other impurities, and it may also have some microorganisms. So, not only about it is not only about the chloride impurities, but it is not always safe to consume tap water. Thank you.